You know, I hope anyone that watches these understands that all I'm trying to do is play intelligently as I possibly can based on the data that's in front of me. And yeah, some of the videos I do, I just say, fuck it. I'm just going to play for it right off the rip with the chop, for example. But nothing has to work. And if it doesn't work, it simply doesn't. Now, yes, you could go to shoes and you could lose first two bets on a 1-2 for 4 shoes in a row, and you're out 12 units, and it's like, what the fuck I do now? Oh no. Well, I'd probably change my strategy. That's an aggressive strategy. I've set it off the rip. If you lose 1 and you lose 2, you're losing 3. It goes both ways. Even if you're able to use that strategy and get yourself up to 10, 11, 12 units, and you stay on that shoe, and you start losing 1 and then you lose 2, you're losing 3, guys. You're losing 3 any way you look at it. So if you were up to 10 and you lose 3, and you lose that 3 consecutive occurrences, you're now losing a total of 9, which puts you down to 1 unit left. Commission notwithstanding, right? So it's a way to get you up there. But if it doesn't work, you might have to go and grind it out with the burn hands. You don't have to bet every hand. If it's coming out where it's chopping, but not quite, 1-1-1 chopping, if you burn the hand, sometimes you dodge the second that comes out, and then you bet the next one, and you win. But make no mistake, if I'm betting for the chop, and it goes 3 in any pattern, I'm not betting against the third one not to go 4. I'm not betting for the 3-4. If I'm using a 1-2 strategy, I'm using it for one of 2 things. I'm using it for the direct chops to go no more than 2, or I'm ignoring the chops altogether, waiting for something to go 3 and betting against that for 2 hands. But in either case, if it decided that it was going to go 3 unit fail right away, then I'm just going to find another shoe for whatever it is I wanted to play for. I just wanted to get that out of the way first, because nothing's perfect. If it was, I'd be betting a lot more than this, right? But have I not shown you enough that if you're able to bide your time, and better still, not even bet the first 2 hands. I don't even advise doing it. It's aggressive. You don't have any data to prove what the fuck going on. And even if it comes down long at the beginning, it doesn't mean it's going to be indicative of how the whole shoe's going to be. The fact is, nobody knows. But I think we can all agree that we've seen shoes that produce certain ways, right? There's things that happen, there's dynamics of the game that happen that we can try to work to our advantage. That maybe the shuffler is trying to make us think that it's going to do something. What if we reverse engineer their bullshit and try to work that against them, let's say, in so many ways, Again, nothing has to work. It could be a quintessential shoe from hell that no matter what you try to switch to, that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work, right? Trust me, that's how I lose. Because I say, fuck it, I'm going to find a way to beat this fucking shoe. I take it personal. Excuse me. I'll take it personal. And I will try to fix things. Sometimes things aren't meant to be fixed. Sometimes it's the devil just begging you to keep making the same mistakes. So, I will try to be a better example. But the thing is, if it does work right away and you're able to get that to a positive 5, you no longer have to bet the 1-2 anymore at all. Remember what we're trying to do here. We're only trying to win 1 + 1 + 1 a day, which is 3. And if you're able to do that every day, you're going to have long-term success. And that's really all you need to worry about. But if your ambition is to see how far you're going to take it, I'm just going to bet for it here just to show you. If it's a bad go. Okay, so unfortunately I won. I'm going to burn a hand here. Okay? I won that one. Great. You know what? No. I'll wait to burn hands until something does go 3. Or until I already have long-standing success of 5 or more in a row. Okay? I'll stick with the 1-2 for now. But if I get to 3, that's a different story. Okay, we lost 1. Now I'm going to bet the 2. Okay, so I won. I was kind of hoping I would lose, but all right. So we're up 2. I ask again, what do we really need a day to win? One could even say these 2 are enough. And do that every day. Win 200 a day for 30 days. You have 6,000. Do that for 3 months. You have 18,000. How afraid are you then with $18,000 of ammunition if you never increased your base unit of $100 that you couldn't just sustain the cocksuckery that inevitably happens right at the beginning where it doesn't chop? Okay. This might have to go on my Real Talk series, but you know what I'm saying? The opposite of whatever it is we're trying to play for is inevitably going to happen. We don't know when. Unless it's just a crazy unicorn shoe. Like I've said before, I mean, they do exist. They do. And this one's starting to go that way, but and we're already up 4 units. Hang in there, guy. The guy that messaged me, like, yeah. He's saying to me every time he played, he'd lose to a run of 3 right away at the beginning. He was obviously trying to bet for the chop on the 1-2. I mean, the chop series is pretty impressive. But that's not indicative of every shoe you're going to play, obviously. You have to be prepared for the bullshit. So, I don't know. You know? I'd have a rationale for how to fix that if you're concerned about losing 3 units right off the rip, and that's simply that. Was this a burn hand or did I bet them? I think I bet that because I'm down to 290. If you lose 3 right off the rip, yeah, don't even allow yourself to be on that same shoe. I don't care how good the shoe ended up being. Just for your own mental state, just go to a fresh slate, right? And just tell yourself, yeah, that sucked what happened today. But I'm going to get these 3 units back one at a time. And I'm going to get 1 here, and I'm going to walk over there, and I'm going to get 1 over there. And then I'm going to walk over here, and I'm going to get 1 over there. And now, when you come back to a good situation, you're ready to start again from ground zero. You're not up and you're not down. And that's all we can ask for any table when we walk up to a table. So I won 200 there. I'm going to bet 1 unit on the chop here. Hope nothing goes side by side on the run. And there we go. We're at 6 units. Okay, so this is a good example. Now, I'm going to leave this up to the individual. If you want to keep betting a 1-2 at this point when you're up 6 units, fucking knock yourself out. Because if it's a choppy shoe, you're going to get paid, okay? If this never goes through, you're getting paid the whole time. But if you want to be more careful, because who knows how far this is really going to go, at any point here, you could say, I'm going to burn a hand first, and then I'm going to bet the chop. But if it does chop, you're saying, I'm going to bet the next 2 hands for 2 hands. By burning the hand, you're hoping the player second come out while you're not playing. For me, I'm just going to stay with this because it hasn't failed me yet. I'm at 6 units. But if this fails here and goes second player, which it just did, now I can decide to not bet 2 anymore because I'm already up 6 and I'm still up 5 minus $20 commission. So now what I can say is I'm just going to bet 1, right? I'm just going to bet the 1. Or I could bet the 1 and I could put $50 on it of the remainder of my commission money. And if I lose, I'm still going to have a $300 take and a little bit of extra credit, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a mitigated attack here. So if this wins, I get the 100 back I just lost plus another 50 compensation to replace my commission money that I've been spending. And I'll have a little extra. But it doesn't have to work, so let's see. So it worked. I got a natural. Yippee. Now other people are saying, oh, fuck that. I would have just did the 2. And you could. But you better be willing to write it off when it happens because you don't want to go under 300 at this point. You're over 6. So at this point, like, if you flat bet just 100 and 100 now, you're at least going home with 420. At least. Oh, I wanted to do a black chip there. So it lost. So because I didn't do a black chip there, I'm just going to do a 2-unit black chip here, okay? To symbolize that I fucked up on that hand. And if I lose another $25, I don't care. But, yeah, this was supposed to be a 1-2. And I win. So good. I lost the first one cheap. But whatever. So we're at $800 now. And it has not gone 3 on the second yet. So this is a good place for me to bet the second not to come down, unless it does. It could be 2-2, and I don't know. I'm not psychic. So it is. So here we are. I'm just going to flat bet it. I don't like when the 2-2s open up. But if it is a 2-2, in fact, I'm going to be just fine. I'm going to put an extra quarter on it. And that'll put me over 800. But if not, it's okay. The shoe will be over. So I win. Great. Lovely. So we're over 800, like I said. Like I said, 3 or 4 is a baseline expectation of what I should be able to get out of a shoe. 1 to 2 units is settling, then it becomes crazy resistance, and we still got out with something. 5 or 6 would be excellent, because that would be a double daily. 8 would be amazing, and anything over that into double digits is just psychotic. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? But one could say when the shoe's producing like this, why not try for it? The only exception to that ideal is now we have 3 on the second. So now I have 2 variables that are fighting with each other. The 2-2s are there, and it's an actual 2-2 pattern. So you know what? I'm just going to burn this hand because I don't know if it's going to come out on the second again. And it did. See? And I get hurt. Try to think more critically, I guess, when you're playing. And this might be the one that comes down, but I just dodged one for free. So now I'll just float the 100. And instead of losing 2 bets, I'm only going to lose 1 if this in fact is a 3rd bank. But I win. No, I should have got a miracle 3. So that was the only card to beat us. We had a score of an 8. He pulled a 3. That gave him 9. So I lost. But it only cost me 1 unit. So guess what, guys? That was a good go. And that might be the only time the whole shoe it goes 3. And I've seen that where this happens and it continues to be chopped. But you know what? That's good. I'm going to walk from that shoe knowing I've got more than 2 dailies plus another $116 and 25 cents. So I'm going to clear this shoe out. We're going to try another one. I'll tell you right now, this shoe ain't going to end up like that one did. I mean, I'd be very surprised. The same video back to back here. But let's see what we got. So I'll just jump on the run again. I mean, on the chop again, right off the rip. No data, right? So I won. Great. All right. That sounds sad when I say I won, but, you know, I want to show, like, if we might have a rough go here. Let's see. We're going to put 2 out there to try to get the energy going. Oh, that looks good. I mean, prospectively, I'm going to show you. The sky's not falling. We're going to find something that's working. So now, we're not betting 2 units anymore until we get back to 0, understand? We're down 3. Really, we're only down 2 because we won the first one of the shoe and the first bank. So, we're only down 2. That's easy to fix, especially if this is, in fact, a banker run right now. We're going to get them back right here. Bang. Oh, player pulled out the 9. Okay. So I got to burn at least 1 hand here. Okay, now I'm going to bet the dominancy on bank. Not only am I going to bet it, I'm going to say why I'm doing it. Okay, so now we're down 4 units. Now we got it. This is where the work begins. It'll be great if we're just saying, oh, I lost, but then I won 2. Oh, I won, but then I won, and then I won, and then I lost 1, and then I won 2. I'm always winning, blah, 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 blah. That's fantasy land. That's not always going to happen. But we do know that we beat their ass last shoot. So we know we can find it again. So we're going to just be patient and we're going to hunt. Second player. No, tie. No, we're going to do this again, huh? Okay. Chop. Okay. Even though player's the weak side, I'm going to bet for the chop here. Yeah, I didn't really like that bet, but it called for it, so I did it. So I'm going to flat bet it because I don't like it still, and I get a natural. Great. So now I'm going to burn a hand. So glad that happened. I dodged a bullet, and now I can put the 2-unit bet out there that it won't go 3-player. And if it does, we're going to have to fix that too. But this is the first opportunity to bet against it, and I'm going to hope it hits. Tie. So I lost. But it was a one-shot effort. Now I just burned more hands. Down 6 units now. Burr. Let's see if we get a side-by-side second. We do not. I'm going to bet for the new dominancy. I lose. There's no play here. I'm going to bet for the chop now after this hand. We got 4 direct. Going to bet the chop for 2 hands. And I lose. So, just to show, you're betting this 1 or 1-2, or you're splitting it up. Yeah, you can fail. I'm down 8 units right now. 8. I'm gonna try to speed this up so I can see if I can recollect, but you know, was I supposed to bet that hand? I don't recall. Sorry about that. Well, we're not betting here because it's 3. Now chopped, so I gotta wait again. I'm gonna bet second player here because we have a new dominancy of player. Oh, fucking tie, of course it is. Got it. 7/1. Now I'm gonna burn a hand. Okay. I don't know. I could bet for the chop here because player's strong right now. But it doesn't mean bank can't go 3 ever again. You know what I'm saying? How do I qualify where to proceed from here? I could just wait for another direct chop. Or I could just proceed right away that it ain't going to go 3 bank anymore. So I'm going to choose the latter. And I'm wrong. I'm going to put 2 out there now that it ain't going to go 3. And I'm wrong again. So, the only thing that would validate using that bet is the fact that it never did it. But if it's already proven that, which by the way, at the beginning of the shoe, it was all banker, probably shouldn't be just pissing it in like that. But this is where we put ourselves. We're now down 10 units for this shoe. We haven't even played any of this shoe yet. So remember what I was saying at the beginning. When you lost your 1-2 bet right at the beginning, like you were asking me about, maybe leave the shoe. Because maybe this shoe won't make up its mind what the fuck it is. Right? Better to leave the shoe with a new frame of mind, knowing you have a sound way to play, whether it's the chop or the runs or whatever you're going to play for. Prove to yourself you can get a unit on the shoe. And guess what? First unit of the shoe, we won right away on the second hand of the shoe. We bet chop and we got it. We just left. We had nothing. We're just guessing. Right? But at the end of the day, that's all this is 50-50 guess. If you were just able to get a +1 out of 3 shoes a day, you could leave. You don't have to do all this figuring things out. But figure out I shall. If I can. So right now, nothing's gone 3 on the second yet. So I'm kind of switching modes a little more than I'd like in one shoe already. That's what gets me hurt, though. If I play for this, I play for this, I play for this, I play for... Now I'm playing that it won't go 3 on the second. Anything that can happen will happen, but especially to me, guys. So, I got that one. Barely. I won 1/0. Now I'm going to bet the dominancy on a parlay. Trying to make some ground up. I win. Barely with the barbecue. Now I have to burn a hand. There's no play here on a 3-1-2. It's just like a 2-1-3. I don't like those either. So I gotta wait. And if it runs, okay, it did not. It chopped. That doesn't qualify as a chop. I need to see another hand. Okay. Now I'm gonna burn a hand, and whatever happens, I'm gonna bet against it. For 2 hands. Great. So I'm gonna bet Baker. I win. And it didn't have to win, by the way. It didn't. I'm going to burn another hand. We're playing defense now. We're not going to try to play every single hand. How many times do you be playing anyway where you just can't win a bet? Okay, we would have won. Fuck. But how many times do you be playing and you can't win the back-to-back hand? This is a part of the game where I would probably want to flat bet 2 units until I catch a couple up and then resume betting 1 units. But I'm not going to. I'm going to show you don't have to increase the unit size because I don't know what everyone's working with. You can grind it out this way and you'll be just fine. We won 1. Now we're going to try to keep this a chop. I'm going to mitigate the parlay. I'm going to add 50 to it. I'm going to keep 50 of my initial investment of the prior hand in front of me, and I'm going to float their 100 I just took from them out, plus 50 of my own. If I lose this, for this micro 2-hand investment only cost me 2 green chips. Understand? But let's see if we win it. We did not, so it cost us $50. So, because it only cost me $50, I'm going to flat bet the other $50 and see if I get it right back. I did not. I tied, though. Thank goodness. So I won. I lost. All right. But again, over a series of 3 hands, it only cost us $100. Because we won 1 first. Then we kept 50 of it back. We lost that 50. And then we tried the other 50, and we lost that too. So the whole investment on 3 hands only cost us 1 unit, right? 1 unit being the value of 100. So, not bad. Might not be able to win on this shoe, guys. And at some point, you could write it off. Now, here we are again. The 3-4 is not going 5. But if it's a run, I'm going to make all my money back. So all we can do is try to be on the right side. I'm going to bet for the run. I'm wrong. I was right the first time about the 3-4s. You see why I came up with that bullshit? You watch how many shoes you play and things never run. They never quite chop, but they never quite run either. Chop run, the longest it went was 6. The color run, the longest it went was 4. And it only did it twice out of 5 occurrences. So, things to watch for. I mean, if you're trying to find a way to loss recover, maybe find the abstract ideals. Don't worry if it's running or coming down. Bet that it won't for two hands. And if this last one would have went 5, I would have just disqualified that whole strategy, like I said. But to this point, it never failed you. Just don't chase it. Don't be putting like $500 out there that it ain't gonna go 5 bank. That's psychopath. Don't chase the ones that you should have had earlier in the shoe. Don't ever do that. I'm down 9 units right now. 8 units right now. But I have all the confidence in the world. Within 2 shoes, I can recollect that. So I'm not really... My burning never went past 3 this shoe on the player. It did right there. So now we're going to invest in the player and hope we catch something here, right? We did not. So once again, right? Did not go past 4. It either stopped on 3 or 4 the entire shoe. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 occurrences, you'd be up 6 units of whatever that unit value was. That's a lot of money. I don't care what your unit value is. It's 100% win rate for a 2-shot effort now at a 1-2. But, yeah, the shoe hasn't gone 3 across on the second yet. So I'm going to jump back on that strategy again. And I lost that too. Okay. But, much like the 3-4s, if you were betting for that the entire shoe, that when you got a long run and it chopped, you were going to bet that it wouldn't come down again, you would have been right there, right? See what I'm saying? And every one of these would have never lost twice in a row in the color change. Because this one stopped at 1, this one stopped at 2, this one stopped at 1, this one stopped at 2, you know, on the seconds. This one stopped at 1, this one got to 3. Okay? So you would have lost back-to-back on these two here, on the player bank here on the seconds. You would have lost a 3-unit effort there. So for the shoe, if you were betting against the 3-4s, you would have had a 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you would have gave 3 back if you were still betting a 1, 2. But that goes back to what I'm saying. Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to win a lot of money, or are you just trying to get your 3 to 4 units and get out? Because that would have been enough. And if you wanted to continue, you could reduce over here to something much smaller, 25, 50 bucks or something, or a combination thereof. All right. But true shit, the choices I decided to make would have put me down about, would have put me down 10 units here, right? Yeah. Or 9 units. I'd be left with 9,000. Yeah, 10 units. So you'd have to then decide how you're going to loss recover that. It might take, you know, you might need a whole loss recovery day to find 10 units. That's just what happens. But we have enough days where we come in every day and we're getting 3 to 6 to 10 units. Then I'm not worried that we can't. We just need the right situation. So I'm going to... I wish I wasn't talking so much because I could have just did it on this video, but that's 27 minutes. That's a disaster. So now we're going to fix the disaster on the next one.